All right, welcome to the channel. This is Clarity Empress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring a collective energy reading for my Clarity Empress collective. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section and let me know if the reading resonates with you. All right, we about to get started. All right, let me see. There we go. Oh, one more. One more. Alright, let's get this thing cracking lacking. Alright, so the downloaded message is detachment does not mean the end of love. It means the beginning of self-respect. I hope I typed that right. Sometimes I go back and look and go, I messed that word up. So charge my head, not my heart if I did. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. I hope, you're having a wonderful rest of your weekend before the Monday comes in. Mm. What's this? What is in here? Some other cards I don't think I'll be using tonight. But good to know. Good to know. Alright. Oh, you know what, y'all? Hold on. See, my desk wasn't up against the wall properly. Alright, let's get started. Let me see something. Okay. So, my moderator will be here any minute, any second. You stop doing that. Not a scratching post. Better go find your kitty tower. Okay. Black Cherry. I knew that was you coming on. I knew it. What do you want, little girl? You want to go out? Your fur niece. You know what I noticed? Right before I go on, she's hiding under a table. And I'm thinking I shut the room off. And I ain't got to worry about nothing. And all the while, she's waiting. Like, you gonna get ready to do this reading? You ain't kicking me out. Anyway, welcome again to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. Where we talk tarot, psychology, oracle, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes cat. You know what I'm saying? Because my cat likes to stay in the room and sometimes mess with me. If you have any questions or if you would like to get a reading, you can follow the pinned comments in Black Cherry. The moderator has just reposted them for you if you're interested in a reading tonight. I always do a collective on these nights as well. And tonight the downloaded message was detachment does not mean the end of love, but it does mean it signifies the beginning of self-respect. So yeah, we're going to talk about it tonight. You'll find in the spiritual lounge here with Clarity Empress that we are all about that healing energy. Our readings are not just to be like, oh my God, what's going on with that person? Although we unpack that too. But it's about how do you deal with it? How do you manage? How do you work through it for you? Not for them, but for you. So, let's get this thing popping tonight. But like I said, it's not really about, excuse me, at the end of the day, it's never about the other person. It's about how you are handling the situation with the other person or lack of, you know. That's where detachment comes in, because we got to stop being so people centered, you know what I'm saying? Focusing on what they got going on, focusing on what they're doing. Just focus on how whatever they're doing impacts you and how you can heal from that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What deck? Oh, this is the deck. So, um, you follow the pin comment, and then you'll get called for your reading. But I want to thank you for coming, and make sure you ring that bell when you subscribe. That way you get notified every time I come on. And go ahead and check out the previous readings as well. Any questions you have about me are in the link in the description box, but you can always ask during the chat or in the comment section. I do reply. So thank y'all for coming. Spirit, give me a message for the collective, what they need to know or be aware of with that person. When I'm with you, I feel at peace. You are home. You are my home. All right. So whoever this this person you're feeling, when you saw that the title of this reading, whoever came to mind, that's how they feel about you. When they're with you, you are at home. But and that's in the past energy. I just heard spirit say, except for when you hold them accountable. Ain't that something? And Preppy Shrek 101 high. So when you hold that person accountable, that's the only time they are ready to take off and run. But otherwise, you give them peace. You give them unconditional love. Yes, oh yeah, like she said, like Black Cherry said, if you like a private reading, check it out in the description box below. You can email me and then I'll walk you through the process. Tell me more, spirit. So my says I play a lot of games because I need to know if you really care, or will you leave me? Your person's very insecure. Insecure and immature. Excuse me, let me bring my heater closer. They're insecure and immature. That's a bad combination. You know, insecure and immature people play games to the point a lot of times of no return, if that makes sense. Insecure and immature play insecurity games like jealousy. Can I make you jealous? Can that trigger you? You know what I'm saying? They play games of competition, putting you in competition with somebody else. You know, trying to show off like, oh, I got somebody that, will do for me. I got somebody that love me, with the intention to throw a battery up your back for you to do more. Hold on, y'all. My poor cat. Oh, wait, how do I do this? Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Somebody gotta come rescue my cat. All right. So, right. So like I said, an immature and insecure person is gonna play a lot of mind games with the intent to get your attention, with the intent to trigger you, with the intent to have their way, meaning get you to do the emotional labor, the emotional work, or just get under your skin sometimes. Sometimes it's merely about getting that reaction so they can feel powerful. You know what I'm saying? Um, and relationship experts will say, or those that are, no, I would say relationship experts, um, but that understand that type of dynamic, tell you a lot of times don't go back to nobody like that, because that person would be more likely to hurt you again the same way or to play with your mind the same way if they feel like they have free access. Okay? That's the only way I can send you a message. That's the only way I can send you a message. You send her upstairs with, and pick up your belt.
I will.
So yeah. You gotta put it through the loop so it can stop doing it.
Oh, it's not? That's why.
Yeah. That one. Anywho, where was I? Okay, so yeah, your person's insecure and they play a lot of games and they don't realize, sometimes people do it subconsciously and they don't realize how harmful that is to a connection, right? Um, I mean, for me, I can speak for me. I can't speak for everybody. But, I can speak for friends, but I ain't gonna say no names. When a person is like that in your life that plays games with you, if you're an empath, right, it may trigger you at first, but eventually there becomes an ick. Like it becomes very annoying. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody in your energy playing childhood games, or little boy games or little girl games. You know what I'm saying? It, to see if you really like them. Remember how, I don't know if you remember, but depending on your age, I remember watching TV shows where they would say, if a boy likes you, he'll hit you or something like that. And kind of like grooming girls to accept that as, oh, he likes me behavior. Well, this is the mental version of that, where somebody does not know how to express themselves, so they do it in a counterintuitive way. All right, tell me more, Spirit. She did, but she right there. Shut the door. Waiting on you. This person keeps tabs on you, so it's giving Page of Swords. I keep tabs on you by any means possible. Social media, friends, tarot dreams, magic, family work, you name it, I watch you. Okay, so this is why you must guard your energy from this person. Okay, if you have a person in your life that is not healthy mentally, they stalk you, they orbit you, they ask about you, but they don't talk to you. That person is not mentally stable, and you must guard your energy. And you may care about that person, but caring about a person does not mean they need to have entry into your life. So be careful with that. You can love so many people from afar. Tonight is going to be about healing. So let me just remind y'all that if you're not here for healing, I understand. There's plenty of other readers that will tell you the worst of the things and the best of the things. I'm going to tell you how to heal from the things the best I can. All right, tell me more, Spirit. We will be together. I'm working on myself so we can be together. So maybe this person has become aware of the way they are, for whatever reason. They have now become more self-aware, and they realize that they have to work on themselves, because this isn't a challenge and a lesson. Ultimately, their goal is to have reunion with you. I said, ultimately, their goal is to have reunion with you. But this person says, I'm working on myself so we can be together. So they know that there's some significant things that they must do that they have not done yet, or they are in the process of doing, which would signify that they need to heal. But for some people who I would say are in an immature energy currently, maybe I would say their version of healing may not be healing. It would be reinvention. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down this path. Let me appear to be this way. Let me get this job. Let me buy this business. Let me do, maybe it's material wealth. I feel like sometimes people hide what, what's the word? They have a lack of accountability due to wanting to take the road not wanting to take the road less traveled. That's the best way I could put it. Ooh, I couldn't get that out. When you don't want to take the road less traveled, you will do everything else in your power to avoid the accountability you know you must face. And what does that look like when it comes to emotional healing? It's not doing the work on yourself emotionally, not taking accountability how you show up in a relationship. You know what I mean? Not being sincere, not being empathetic or compassionate with another, not reciprocating, not being considerate, right? When you don't look within, you don't have those things naturally. You do other things. You distract yourself. You go out, you party, you do reckless things. You work real hard, overwork yourself. You do anything but address your emotions. And this person feels like they're working on themselves, but it's hard. That's why I send a challenge and a lesson. And they know it's going to be hard. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that this person is working on their actual emotions. We'll unpack that with tarot soon. But they are feeling like as if they are working toward a connection with you. Tell me more, Spirit. Meanwhile, you working on your self-worth. It says, okay, as a likely outcome, this is good energy. Don't worry about my scribble, y'all. It says, I will prove to you that I mean what I say, that I love you, right? I love you. So you're a person saying, I love you. And I know I got to prove myself to you. So I have to prove what I say is true. This person knows that they got to bring tangible results or they don't have access to your energy. I feel like this collective during this particular reading, those that hear this and it resonates with you, you have detached from your person without explanations, Lord, without expectations or requiring explanations. Okay, let me just clarify that. You don't need anything from them, which is I would say the healthiest spot to be in when it comes to a person who's avoiding a transition, change, doing better. When you finally detached and release, for some of you, it will be permanent. And it says, I'm not letting you go, period. Hi, Felgor Thul. I hope I said that right. Apologies if I did not. So, you know what I mean? So, at some point, you realize, okay, well, if this is the route they're taking, you know what it is? The more you have detached from this person, the more they are in thoughts about you, more they are in this consideration about you. And they realize your detachment, you're not trying to punish this person. I've seen readers tell people, I've seen readers, I've seen a relationship coach tell people the way to like train somebody, or how do you put it, get them hooked on you, is to do this thing or to do that thing or do that thing. But the healthiest people will tell you, yeah, people will get hooked on you, but first just choose yourself. Don't worry about them getting hooked on you. Focus on you so you can hook whatever you're supposed to be hooked to. You know what I'm saying? In a healthy connection, not a toxic person, unwilling, unable, too immature, too insecure to work on themselves. You don't want that person hooked to you. That person got a lot of work to do. Bringing them back means they're more than likely going to come back unhealed. You know what I'm saying? And not taking life seriously. So, ideally, when you detach from the person, it's not because you need anything else from them or you wanted anything from them. What you wanted in the past energy, you did not get, and you've accepted that. So, the healthiest thing to do is to move on. So it's going to be moving on in silence, but it's not a silent treatment. It's just a secure drawing of your energy back. So you stop putting that energy into them and you put it into yourself. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Philgore. You have to. You have to find what works for you, what drives you, focus on your passion, your goals. You know what I'm saying? And then stop worrying about that potential you thought that this person had, but they didn't actually display. You know what I mean? Like this person never reached the potential that you were anticipating, that you were expecting, that you know that they are capable of, but just would only maybe show it to you in glimpses. You know what I mean? Maybe when you pulled away, all of a sudden, they care. Maybe when you pulled away, they all of a sudden said, I love you, or whatever. They somehow now they got energy for you. And Spirit is like, no. But see, this person can't let you go. And let me tell you something about that too. You gotta be careful when this person comes in because you're a strong person. I believe it. You're a strong person, but you got people who will, if they don't have your energy, if they do not have your reactions, they're not able to trigger you. They feel like they've lost control, and they don't want to let that go. Okay. People who feel like they've lost control want to regain control too. So that person is not proving anything to you. And I don't mean that it's consistent, temporary. Oh, I think I got this person back. I'm going to draw back my energy again. Poof, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to do this intermittent thing. No, no. They need to be able to prove with consistency, prove with consideration, with compassion, taking ownership, taking accountability for their actions from the past, present, and the future. You know what I mean? Like they have to be able to be stable, but that would require them to go heal first. That doesn't happen overnight within a week. It's sometimes not without, not even in a month or two. It's like it might require years for this person to heal, which means you must detach and focus that energy back on yourself and your self-worth. Why? Because they could take forever. If especially if they think that you are sitting there waiting on them to return. They will take a lifetime because they feel there's no need. I can go be out here and be reckless with my love, reckless with my body, my mind, my freedoms. I can go out there and act a plum fool because I know my fool is back here waiting on me. And when I get done with all my foolishness, I can then return beat up, battered, torn, or whatever the case may be, whatever the situation is, and that person will take me back. That means they take you for granted. That means they take you for granted and they think, I don't have to let you go. But when you have self worth and you are no longer in that position of, okay, I think you have potential and you'll get it together and I'll be here. No, when you finally detach, that's when the person comes turning their head. Now all of a sudden they're interested in what you got going on. Now they're all of a sudden interested in why you not interested in them. Peace Tuesday. Dag, I never did tell you. I thought about you today. I meant to text you. I never did tell you who was looking for you, but hopefully Black Cherry picked up on it and told you. If she didn't, after the reading, I'll tell you. And you're gonna be like, oh. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you can't infer by now what I mean, like I said, I'll tell you later. But so yeah, when you have a person that thinks playing games with you is a way of taunting you to figure out if you care, that they keep eyes on you by any means possible, that they believe that y'all are going to get together once they work on themselves, but that's in a challenge and a lesson. You know what I'm saying? When they were with you, you felt like peace until, Spirit said, until you held them accountable for anything. And now they feel like, okay, I'm gonna prove to you what I mean. That this person has already taken you through it. And detachment is one of the safest peaceful ways to deal with a situation like that, because you're no longer in that sitting energy of waiting on them to be different. You're also not chasing. You're also not checking on them intermittently. You're not, peeking at the relationship to see where it can go. You've released it. You know what I'm saying? And you've moved on with your life. And you've opened yourself, if you've worked on yourself, because this person could have harmed you emotionally. But if you're working on yourself, you're able to then release your attachment to the outcome of with this person, release any expectations you previously had, and then pursue something healthy and be able to be vulnerable with somebody you can actually trust to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who won't make you run from their situation as well. Okay, I see you. Oh, how a probate court. Okay, I see you Tuesday. All right, Spirit, give me more on this collective. Let me know if the reading resonates with you. Please comment in the chat. Tell me more. So yeah, in the past they believed that the karmic brainwashed them with material wealth, but it was all a lie and they feel stuck. Okay. So whoever their karmic was, whoever that person was spoke to their ego and their pride. They knew how to get on this person's level. They knew what triggered them. They knew how to entice and or seduce them. They knew that this person liked the way things looked. Um, they knew how to dangle the carrot when it came to your person. This person was very easy when it came to the karmic. The karmic also knew how to brainwash this person. Okay, so the things that they did to your person or this person wasn't a means to manipulate them, and they weren't easy marks. Spirit said they were very easy. Tell me more, Spirit. Says, yep, I made the wrong choice. Now I have to face my decisions. I hope you won't let me go, or you don't let me go. So yeah, this person also, they played games with you, but they also did it by choice, and they know they made a wrong choice. So now they know that they gotta face the consequences of their actions. They know they gotta face the karma. They also know they have to face the fact that you're detaching and you're letting them go, focusing on you. It's not like, I feel like with this person, they may run to other people, other karma, other situations, people that don't hold them accountable for themselves, right? They run from that. That's not you. So if you were to enter another situation and it was healthy, I don't see you running back toward this person, or really opening up to this person. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, so now I'm working on my self-worth. I don't feel good enough for you. Okay. So they already said I'm working on myself so we could be together. Now in the hidden energy, they're watching you work on your self-worth. Now they realize they don't feel good enough for you. Again, this could be somebody put you on a pedestal, or they just know deep down who they are. They will hurt you, or they have hurt you, and they will continue to hurt you. So they have to work on their self-worth so they can stabilize and become more of a secure attachment when it comes to a person, right? They cannot be in and out your life playing those type of games or whatever games they play, because they clearly played them. They're admitting to it in this reading. This person is telling on themselves. They said, I played games because I need to know if you. So they wanted to. This person was testing your reactions. You know what I'm saying, to their bullshit. They were trying to see if you was gonna go for the nonsense, and if you did, that indicated you care. If you got mad, that indicated you felt something, right? That's what this person did. They might have played a lot of subliminal games too, because that's where that manipulative energy comes from. They may have played a lot of subtle manipulation with you just to see if they can get your attention. Tell me more, Spirit. We don't have time for them. Tell me more. Yeah, because you got to put a heart in that daggone bear. And I feel like this little bear ain't get no heart. Like when whoever the owner is that made this bear, this Build-A-Bear, forgot the heart element. I ain't made one, but I seen the components. I always wanted to make one. I think I might. Anyway, it says, you are my first true love. This is in a challenge and a lesson. This is what they learn after doing all this nonsense, all after playing all these games that they still haven't really, I guess, finished with. But you wouldn't know if you're not paying attention right now, because if you detach from this situation, trust me, there ain't nothing they can do to work on you right now. If you have detached from them, you're not giving in to any foolishness they are attempting. Whatever that looks like right now, I don't know. But detachment would mean you've closed that energy off and you're not focusing on them and what they got going on. Yeah, the lion with no heart. Yeah, this person, that's why I keep telling y'all, these people that keep coming across my table remind me of the cowardly lion and the what you call it? Oh man, the Tin Man. The Tin Man wanted a heart, and the lion wanted courage. And this person has neither, no heart and no courage, but they feel alive when they're with you or when they're in your energy, because what you do, what you bring, gives them a certain life, a lifeline they never had before. Okay? No one else gave that to them. Their own parents didn't. Because if you're their first true love, they didn't get it from childhood. So this person came to you as an empty vessel, and you would continue to fill this person up. And they would continue to drink of your cup, but they would never pour back because they didn't know how to. They didn't know how to. They come from love. All right, tell me more, Spirit. So it says, my karmic family and friends don't like how blessed I am with you. They are jealous. Um, Whatever the behavior this person is exhibiting, their karmics, family, friends, whomever, observe the changes this person is going through, and they know that those changes are geared toward leading that person back to you. It's like they can see it, they can sense it, they can smell it. And what this person is essentially saying is that the more they improve themselves, that they know they could be a better version of themselves, the more their karmic family and friends are jealous, the more they block, the more they cause problems. And they don't like it. Now, this person says, I will, a lot in this. We will be together. I will prove to you. Okay. Well, they basically saying, I'm going to overcome all of that. Will they? I don't know. Don't hold your breath. But this is what they're saying. This is what they're thinking. This is how they feel when it comes to you. It's the bottom of the deck. Last card on this. Yeah, see, this person is still very immature. Immaturity is what guides this person, okay? It says, I pretend to ignore you because so many are watching. I also want you to come for me because I crave your attention. Your person requires a lot of validation because they are very insecure. They may not come anywhere near you right now, mainly because they are scared that you will turn them away because you've already turned off. When they were playing them games, trying to make you jealous, or, what I'm saying, trying to make you come chase them, or whatever they were doing, whether it was consciously or subconsciously, they've turned you off and on to yourself, to improve yourself, to better yourself, right? And meanwhile, they've been trying to pretend to all the masses how much they ignore you, how much they not really into you. Now, this to me indicates that they may have talked shit about you, said that you weren't that serious or important, you were just a this or just a that. You know what I mean? Nothing that indicates that they love you or they care about you like that. They probably talk mad crap about you. So that's why their pride and ego is taking a hit if they show any interest in you. This person, you know what I'm saying, when they don't even follow you on social media, but they follow you on social media, if you know what I'm saying. They don't want anybody to know that they give a fuck about you because they used to talk shit about you. Probably tried to act like how the relationship was one-sided and all you were just spoiling them and giving too much and you just could and they just couldn't take it. You was smothering them. You know what I'm saying? You was just, oh, you was just, she was just doing too much. He was just doing too much. Oh my gosh. Every time I turned around, he was doing this and he was doing that. Knowing that they loved every fucking second, okay? They loved every second of whatever it is that you did. Now you don't do it no more and they like, oh shit. They stopped fucking with me. They really stopped fucking with me. Spirit said this person is in disbelief that you're not fucking with them right now. Disbelief. And Spirit said, and that's their business. And that is their business. Like, that's not your problem. That's not your concern. But this person is really in disbelief over the fact that you're not interested and you really like genuinely, not, like I said, not that manipulative. Well, I'm just going to hold my energy back and they're just going to have to da 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 da. Nope. You don't even care what they do because when, like I said, when you've been around that cycle with a person one too many times, sometimes the buck will stop and you don't know where that's going to stop. You know how they say the straw that broke the camel's back? You never know. But I feel like with this person, they was play too much games. You know what I'm saying? They did too much. And they didn't even know that they did too much because they so used to doing too damn much. They don't know that one pressure point they hit, that button they hit, that whatever it is, they don't even know what it is. Okay? You know what it is. And it was just enough for you. This person's probably still doing the same shit and you don't even know. Like they're trying real hard with that immature shit, doing the same shit over and over again. Nowadays, like they running, like they saw you in the distance, they thought you were running, and when they turn back around, they realize, oh shit, they not there. They turn around and then they ran back to the spot where they left you, and you're not there. They don't know where you went. But because they were sure you would be right there. If you weren't chasing and 2 steps behind them, you had to be standing where they left you. Spirit said, nah. He needs to hit rock bottom. Well, I'm going to say this. When you get to that tipping point, that invisible line that gets drawn in the sand and enough is enough. This ain't no standoff energy no more. This is not no waiting to see what you're going to do no more. This is like they hit rock bottom and you're done. You wouldn't spit on them if they was on fire. And I don't mean like you really wouldn't, but I'm just saying like you wouldn't know that they were on fire. Not that you wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. Like, it's not that you wouldn't help them if you saw them, but you just wouldn't be bothered because you don't know anything. You're just focusing on your self-worth. You know what I'm saying? And some of you, I guess I had to say that for a reason. Some of y'all wouldn't spit on them if they was on fire. But but the thing is, you will be, put it this way, Spirit would show you what went down after the fact. You know what I'm saying? If you're not tuned in, Spirit's going to show you how it all went down, past tense. But not for you to intervene. Not for you to be a part of any of that. For you to just go ahead and move on with your life. Tell me more, Spirit. We're gonna do some tarot, and then we're gonna go to Brittany. I'm sorry, Tuesday. Yeah, and for them, all they could say is this is not over, right? They feel like this is not over. They this is somebody who's definitely unwilling to let this go, or they just can't believe or accept that this is a wrap. Like you really walked away. You left, and this person is hanging around watching you walk away. And in their mind, it's got to be the karmics because this person is not really fully taking accountability for the action. So it had to be the karmic that brainwashed them and played mind games with them. It's all their fault. Never mind you, this person is a full grown adult. Okay? We're not talking about a child here. We're talking about a full grown adult who knows right from wrong, but still chooses, I won't say wrong, but made their choice. Okay? Made their choice. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, and their choice was to be sneaky, to be deceptive. Like I said, to play in your face, to make bad choices. And they did strategic bad choices. Like, I heard a video today where the guy was talking, no, the woman, and she said she was thinking 5 things, um, 5 reasons why you shouldn't take somebody back. One of them is when they play in your face. When they do the thing to embarrass you or humble you, belittle you in some way, whether it's private or public. It's the way they do it in a way that only you can see, right? To make you question yourself, to make you question, am I just tripping, I'm bugging? But you know good well it's deliberate. It's deliberate. I had a friend tell me that somebody's leg was in a picture that they were either sent. Yeah, the leg was in a picture next to them while they were sitting down, and the leg was the other person. The third party. And I knew immediately when I was told the story that was deliberate. Like, you don't just. I don't even know. I have no words. Like, I'm not laughing, ha ha. I'm just like, yo, that's a lot of friggin' audacity. You feel me? Like, they knew what they were doing. I've had it done to me. When somebody would post something with the intent for me to see it, knowing that full well if what they were doing, the timing of what they did, you know what I'm saying, what they were doing was a lot. But we all respond differently, right? So my friend was just like, maybe it was a mistake. And I'm like, nah, I don't think that was a mistake. I think they knew better. Like, why would they send you a picture with you having the ability to see part of someone else's body in that picture and potentially identifying the person? That was deliberate. That was a nan and a boo boo. I got somebody, don't, blah, blah, blah. My situation was similar. And I was just like, but for me, it just turned me off. It didn't trigger me. It didn't make me mad. It just was like, wow, like you going to this type of length to prove something to me? I don't even give a fuck. Like, I don't even care. And, people who are immature and insecure will play those type of games with you. Hey, what's up, fam? Yep, it was done on purpose. They'll play those type of games and then act innocent. Like, if you were to confront them, they would all of a sudden act like, oh, I didn't do something like that. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, they know exactly what they were doing. They did. And all I can say is, for me, it just made me go, maybe I don't like you. Maybe even though we don't speak or whatever, maybe I just don't like you. Maybe there's not much to like about you. You get what I'm saying? And the conversation I was having with my friend for her situation was like, yeah, You sure you like this person? Like, why give them energy? Any conversation whatsoever. Because that is, to me, some ultimate disrespect. Okay? And this is like I said, they pointed to 5 signs, and that's the one I remember out of 5 signs. Why you should not entertain that person back into your life. Because a person that feels as if they can humiliate you, they will go to great lengths to do it again. They will definitely want to humble you at some point. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. What is she doing? Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, public humility. And like they said, it could be public lati, or it could be subtle public, meaning the person posts something for you to see with the anticipation of you seeing it, timed it just right for you to see it. Now, maybe no one else would pick up on it, but you would know. That's some insidious shit. And like I said, if it's conscious or subconscious, either way, it's some insidious shit. Right. So your aunt did that to you? Yeah. Family members do it all the time. I had to tell y'all know I don't talk to my father's side. Well, him. I do talk to the people, right? But I don't deal with him. And so I had to tell my husband, like, go. Don't send me their pictures. What's wrong? Who sent you pictures? Oh, I was talking about sending me pictures of what they post. I don't want to see the pictures of the family posting certain things because I feel like that is sometimes is coded. It's with a intent to it. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them have some like other intent to like say nana and the boo boo. You know what I'm saying? What? That's mm. So Lati, that triggered my inner petty because my brain instantly went to how could we get them back? Yeah, oh my god. Woo. Yeah. Folks be doing too much. I know you did. I know you did. And the crazy part is they expected you more than likely to go off on them. They expect you to go off on them. They do shit like that to trigger you. Let your spirit team handle them. Yeah, they do shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I get the ick. You know what I'm saying? I be ready to block too. I get the ick. Why are you playing in my face? Why do you even, I don't even care what you did with somebody else. You did that in a way to stay playing in my face. And I don't understand the psychology behind that part of thinking. I mean, I guess it works on some people. It does because that strawberry letter, she said it. The guy posted another girl on Facebook or social media or whatever, and she got upset and called him because she said you never post me, and I would have never called him. Honestly, that wouldn't. I'd have been like, "Oh, word. I hope you're happy," and that would have been it. But it triggered her to do exactly what he wanted her to do, which was to reach out. And now she's starting to wonder, should she even bother with him again? They was like, you shouldn't have bothered with him. Do you remember? They're like, you said in the letter, did you read your own letter? Yep, they don't deserve no energy at all. At all. Like, I cannot F with you if I know you playing in my face. Now, if I catch it later and I'll deal with you accordingly, that mean I more than likely gonna pull my energy back. But if I know you timing some shit a certain way, like you setting me up with the hopes that it's going to trigger me to get jealous and be upset, no, I'm just turned off. I don't like you. I'm done with you. Mm. Wait a minute. Estranged. And your aunt with wow. Yeah, let them have that. Maybe they didn't belong there. Yep, you got it. You don't even they don't even belong with you. Mm, 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 mm. Exactly. She just wanted to hurt you, so she showed her hand. Tell me more, spirit. Yes. See? And this is the Page of Cups in reverse. So whoever this person is in your energy, they're very immature, emotionally immature. They don't take accountability for their actions. They're probably very spoiled and somewhat privileged in some way. Maybe they think or grew up thinking people should chase them, but they really got this cold hearted way about them. And they do not know how to be a respectful and responsible adult. This person is very childish. Very childish. Tell me more, spirit. And people that are flying monkeys to these people, it's like they ain't got two brain cells to rub together. That you cannot be discerning enough to see when you getting played, when somebody's trying to turn you off on somebody, and there's no reason for it. Good riddance to you too. Yeah, I, I responded with what I can see. I'm in the middle of live.
Okay. It was about my head. So
What's wrong?
but mainly my torso.
Let me see.
So it's like rolling chest.
Got insurance.
That's good man. There's no deep. I didn't want to because it's important.
Um, okay.
Range your foot.
So your person wants attention. Okay. Your person wants attention. Six of Wands. This is the challenge and the lesson. They're not able to get your attention. When I tell you, when you detach from a person that all they ever wanted was your attention, and when I say your attention, attention. You know how like a general will call attention to you, like attention. Huh. They want you on cue. Do as I say, as I want you to do, but not focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself last. You'll give into whatever they want. Be their puppet, so to speak. Meaning they want to be able to pull your strings like they got pulled. Right? This is like a puppet trying to puppeteer another puppet. This is what their goal was. But then they now realize you were more than that. You are more than that, and you also are not given into that type of situation. Like you, if you were in somebody's life for genuine love, that puppeteering is not what works. Okay, if they reciprocate, you would respond. But the person wasn't reciprocating, you became aware of it. Because again, when you are in initial situations and you are, feeling somebody's potential, right? You thinking, oh man, this is good, and you realize once you get past the potential and nothing really has transpired, you sometimes you're in love with the fantasy of what you perpetuated for yourself with them, right? What you believed it should be. You stay there. You know what I mean? And in essence, you get yourself stuck temporarily. But then you have an awakening and you become unstuck because you may not, if you are a secure attachment type person, You're not in it to placate people. You are in it to have a secure position. When you realize somebody is playing in your face, playing in your energy, wanting your validation, you realize, well, then, okay, wait. Hold on. So you never gonna give back, or oh, okay. So you're just gonna take, but you don't have it. Oh, you got excuses. You got excuses. Oh, okay. Oh, so because you had a hard childhood, I'm supposed to accept breadcrumbs. Got it. Oh, because things were rough for you. You can't. You can't give properly, or you can't give at all. Oh, so you're severely limited because this excuse or that excuse, like they said, they got brainwashed by the karmic. Oh, and I'm supposed to just accept. So no, then that detachment comes, and it's kind of like blinders, right? You don't even want to know nothing no more, right? You realize, oh, I'm here wasting my energy and my time and my love. And then you learn how to put that love into yourself. And, it is just something like it's just like a switch goes off, a mechanism hits, it clicks, and your empathy gets switched to inward. It says, oh, spirit says, no, the flow is going the wrong way. You know that love that you're leaking, that's overflowing, but like depleting you. It's time to refill that now for before you're too far gone. And you have to bring that shit back. You got to pour it back. Now you got to swallow your own love. And then you realize, wow, my love is sweet. My love is kind. You know what I'm saying? My love is delicious. Oh, and you start getting more comfortable with yourself. And then that person fades to black. Because why would you keep them in the light? Why would you keep them in the forefront when they've been playing in the shadows, trying to play in your face? You know what I'm saying? And the people that that react to this, a lot of times they react when they realize, oh, they can't get nothing out of you no more. They can't trigger you. They don't make you feel bad about yourself. Like I said, whether it's platonic or romantic, it doesn't matter. It's when they realize they can't impact you that no more, they start to feel real small. Okay? And they start to realize, oh shit, this person they ain't coming back to me. They don't want me for nothing. Damn, and I can't get their attention no more. No, you can't. Yup, that well ran dry. Yo, I feel like enough can't be said about this subject because there's always a different nuance that comes up. Um, Tonight feels like a person who played too many games till they played themselves completely out. I was wondering when you was gonna eat.
I didn't know the food was done. You didn't tell me nothing.
I told Noonie to tell you. I don't know what she did. I just feel like people don't realize that that water can run dry. Like it really, it's not. And then you know what, Lati? It don't even run dry. It's just they don't have the mechanisms to reach it no more. Right? Your water is full for you, but then their buckets don't work. Or they don't have a key to unlock the lever to lower it down. They don't know how to access it. Your water is completely full. Once you start pouring it back into yourself, you know, it's unfortunate that people lose the love of my collectives. Y'all are some beautiful people. I do believe that. And when a person, plays in your energy and basically they release you, you know, from the spell, from the being stuck with them, from the attachment, they release you by playing those games. And you're just done. And you don't, you know, there's no remedies specifically. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no remedy for that. I don't know what it could be. You actually, your brain doesn't do the gymnastics it would have done while the connection was semi going on, if not going on. Your brain stops. It pauses. It's like, wait, what are we doing? Why are you trying to figure this out? There's nothing to figure out. You know what I'm saying? You know the answer. I never forget a friend saying to me, I told her something, and she said, "Oh, they just need a da 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 da," and I was like, "Nah, they don't need to do nothing. If they do any of that, what you just said, it will be for them. It won't be for me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with me. And when I look back in hindsight, they never did nothing for me. So why would I be trying to figure out anything? Mm-hmm. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Give me one more, and then the bottom of the deck. Whoop! That leaves somebody in a Nine of Swords. So this person you moving on from, they stressing. Well, they got a lot to think about, And if you notice, each sword in this card is illuminated. Yeah, that mental gymnastics is over. That now that it leaves this person in mental gymnastics now, right? All that energy that they left you in, they are now in because you're done. And you're not playing the games that they were playing. That's the other thing. You're not in this for, I don't know if it's popularity. I don't know if it's I feel like it's a lot to do with pride and ego, yes. But you're not in it with them for that. This person now has to deal with the consequences of their choices. The wheel of fortune is still going to turn, and maybe this person felt like they was up when they thought they had you chasing, when they thought that you were going to be always there, when they thought, what I'm saying, they could do whatever they wanted to do and then come back to you when they were ready type shit. The wheel of fortune will change. Destiny will change. Fate does change, right? And it usually changes based on the decisions that we make. This person was people pleasing, right? If you can see up here, there are people on the balcony watching this person perform. This person was performing for other people because their ego was and pride was just so ridiculous. And their hearts were so empty. So now they gonna go perform for people that don't give two shits about them. At the end of the day, there's no love, there's no caring, there's no nurturing, there's no nothing there. And you had to, as a spiritual person, nothing them to give yourself everything that you deserve that they would withhold, that they never offered, that they may not know how. And that's not your problem. Y'all, people, what they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I just feel like somebody was playing themselves, trying to play with you and your energy. And when I say they played themselves, ooh-wee, I feel there's a lot of guilt and regret built up in this reading. There's a lot of lack of acceptance. This person has a hard time accepting that this is over. Like, they don't want to believe that part, Spirit said. You know what I'm saying? They are in that night of, I'm sorry, not night, 9 of swords energy, thinking like this cannot be a wrap. Like, and they're losing sleep. This person don't sleep well. They have to have a nightlight on. They got to, and that nightlight might be their phone. You know what I'm saying? They gotta. This person is this when they should be resting. Their mind is constantly on go, constantly about you. And as Spirit said, they keep tabs on you by any means possible. Your friends, your dreams, tarot, family, spiritual work, whatever they gotta do. This person could be a whole Google witch right now. Whole Google witch trying to figure it out. Witch or wizard, Trying to, how do I bind this person to me, Spirit? How do I keep them in my energy? How do I? Yeah, they asking now. If they know you are into tarot, they watching every reading, probably watching these signs, trying to figure it out. Man, listen. Instead of improving themselves, I do feel like this person might be doing other things that reinvent them. So if they come to you, 9 times out of 10, they are kind of in that dark night of the soul energy. Hasn't quite reached bottom of the barrel because they're still searching for a reason for you to connect with them. So they are in that mental gymnastic energy. Spirit said they are, you know, they're not getting rest, or at least their mind isn't. You know, sometimes your body will go to sleep hard, and you will dream hard. You'll be traveling, you know, astral traveling in your dreams. You're not settled. This person is not settled in their spirit. Jeez, Christmas is so rap. You're all funny. But yeah, I mean, their choices is what created this, not you, their choices. If you were, you know, this is giving somebody like in a 9 of cups energy, not wanting to put in the efforts of the work, just want to wish things to be the way they want them to be. You know what's funny, how I've seen in a couple shorts how certain life coaches are describing what an avoidant energy wants, a dismissive avoidant. And everything they describe basically in a roundabout way says they don't want you to hold them accountable. They want to be able to come and go as they please. They don't want no questions asked. They don't want to be feeling like they trapped or they gotta commit. They want to be able to run and go and do whatever they want, and that makes a perfect partner for them. I was like, what universe is that? And then you got the people in the comments was like, yep, I was all of that, and this person still never gave me respect. One of my read, she said, the person chased their karmic, oh, she said a karmic ex that they had a long history with. And then by the time she came in the situation, she was trying to be everything and not hold them accountable. And they overlooked her and only focused on running back and forth with the ex, who really, she said, they really don't care about them, but won't leave them alone either. She was like, yeah. And she was, what, 6 years in? She was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I hope for her she really is. Because that yo-yo energy does create an addiction with them and an addiction for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they will go find people, the stupid people. People that, you know, will not, or I should say, will put up with, or won't hold them accountable, really. And those people that don't hold you accountable, you don't grow with. You know what I'm saying? In general, you don't grow in environments where you're not held accountable, when you're not pushed, you're not challenged to be better and do better. You ended up staying in the same place for long periods of time, really stuck. I don't know why I can't talk tonight, but that's what I'm saying. Like they don't realize how deep of a hole that they're digging and how stuck they really are. That they're not going anywhere in life. Like life, every time life appears to get better, they get major setbacks because of the way they treat people. This person has burnt a lot of bridges, a lot of bridges, to the point where, you know, they can't go backwards to certain situations because of all the bridges, including the one with you. They're just not able to just walk past that, go across that bridge and get back to you and resume as if nothing happened. That will not work. Oh. Tell me more, Spirit. And then we gotta do Brit. I'm super late. My bad, Brit. 2 of Cups. This is what they dream of. They're not ready to let this go. This is what they dream of. See, this is the 2 of Cups on this side. So the darker night, This is what, and this is somebody, like I said, this is somebody will that has probably talked about you, but still want a connection with you, but don't want to have it in the daylight. Don't want to have it where everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it to be public. They want to be in the dark with you. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that want to do hookups, random hookups, get intimacy, pour out their love and their problems and shit, use you up, and then go back in the daylight and be this way with somebody else. The fuck? I know you fucking lying. Tell me more, spirit. Thank you for understanding, sis. I gotta finish this message. The spirit said I couldn't let it go right now. Yeah, so this person is about time. Their goal is to sneak back towards you. Seven of Swords with the Four of Wands. They feel like y'all are twin flames too. You know, they feel like y'all are meant to be. That y'all have a mission on this earth. Now, I don't know if they're clear about what the mission is, but they feel like y'all have one. And this person want to sneak back. The problem is they want to sneak back. That's the problem. Why you want to sneak back? But that's what they want to do. They want to sneak back. Tell me more, spirit. I know you fucking lie. Exactly. I be saying that all the time. 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this person thinks, whew, you know, the crazy part is this person's immaturity is so mind-boggling. It's very, their delusional energy is strong. It kind of overrides their common sense because they feel like they are 2 of Cups with you, twin flaming it with you, and that there's going to be a 10 of Cups situation, or that there is one in the background. So it's almost like they feel like y'all souls are connected. This is how they feel now. But meanwhile, on this earthly plane, because I feel like that's your higher self they want to connect with, but on this earthly plane, they being a little baby, a little asshole. You know what I'm saying? They're being an asshole. They're not mature. They don't know what maturity even looks like because they're not doing it. But they assume somehow y'all are 10 of Cups. This is how delusional they are, because any 10 of Cups y'all could have had, this person has ruined it by playing them games that they admitted to in this reading. Yeah, and they made bad choices. The Gemini on the other side. Again, choosing the dark and not the light. See what I'm saying? They could have chose the light. It would have been ordained by spirit. But they keep choosing the dark. They keep choosing hidden energy, low places. This person needs to come to the light. They need to awaken and stop being on that low vibrational shit and expecting you to want to be a union with them in that low vibrational state. They're going to have to raise their vibration. Not just for you, but they need to do it for themselves. I don't see you giving the time of day, because this person is not raised anything. They are in that dark night of the soul, and that's it. They damn near comfortable there, but they're uncomfortable with the fact that you're not giving a fuck that they down there. This person is experiencing some low vibrational shit in their life, and they just know you can feel it. They just know you know about it, and you're not coming. You're not trying to help them. You're not, you're not listening to them. You're not doing any of that. Really? They can't even believe it. Spirit said it's incredulous that you wouldn't want to come for them in the dark, but you've already done it. You've already come for them in the dark. You lit the way. They ain't want to follow you. Page of Wands. You lit the way. You lit the way. But this person wants to keep playing in the dark. For some reason, that's where they like to be. You had to turn your back on this person. I'm telling you. You had to not watch what was going on in their life. You had to tune out, put your blinders on, and just go have your peace. It's like putting your headphones on and only tuning into the tunes. Meanwhile, They feel like they're your counterpart because this is the Queen of Wands, y'all, with this gnarled up wood. And this is the King of Wands. He's feeling like, well, you should see me because I'm your twin flame and I'm your counterpart and you should be giving me attention. And you're like, and you got to be in your feminine energy, but you're like, nah, because you're not coming right. You coming with games. You coming with excuses. You coming with bullshit. And they're like, nah, but I'm the king of my castle. I'm the this and I'm the that. And you're like, you ain't the king of this castle because you over there doing some bullshit. Like, for real, for real. You know, your person cannot believe how much self-worth you have. Um, this is somebody who took your kindness for weakness and they took it for granted. And they assumed that for some reason you would accept them any way that they came at you and that they could have their way any way that was, meaning that they didn't have anything to prove to you. They now know that they have to in order to even talk to you. Like, you've detached so much that you're not interested in a conversation, and some of y'all won't have it. And this is something Spirit said that would terrify them, that you wouldn't even bother to have a conversation. Woo, child, listen. A lot of these readings is ending with there's no going back. There's no going back. Not even on no. You hear me chuckle, but it's not a funny haha. It's like it's not gonna happen. It's just not because the lack of maturity this person has. It's gonna take a very long time for them to mature. Now, some people mature kind of quickly when they're back up against the wall because their choices have to change, right? They don't end up with the same circumstances that they always had. Now they got to make different choices in order to even survive. But it could be a pseudo sense of maturity because they're in crisis. And so if you got a person that comes to you that's in crisis and needs your help, but still has nothing to offer you, can't prove that they've changed, gotten better with the therapy, worked on their emotions anyway, realize how inconsiderate they were with you or disrespectful or how much games they play. They just don't know. They're just clueless. They come back in with the same MO, never really fully ever taking accountability. That was one of the other signs she said about not taking somebody back. Somebody who tried to ease their way back in with, like trying to, how to put it, they want to ease their way back in as if nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have the discussion that needs to be had about why they did, whatever that is. They just want to get back to the way things were. That person has not changed, will not change, and 9 times out of 10, when they take you through it another time, meaning if you allow that, they get to take you through it another time, they gonna try to take you to the depths of hell with them because they feel like you're the person that they need to drag down. You're the person they need to suck dry, like a succubus. So like I said, a lot of y'all, I'm not going to entertain nobody like that. This person, when they say they got to prove to you that they changed, they better have. I don't know what that look like, though. I don't even know for some of y'all if it's even possible. I'm going to err on the side of caution and say it might not. It's more like 90% not possible for them. They've been this way for such a long time. Change is like, well, what is that? What does that mean? What you mean change? Cause they don't know what that means. Spirit said. Some of them gotta go figure out what change means. And it can't be temporary. You know what I'm saying? That consistent change. Some people just want to get their way, and that's what they change. They change their clothes. They change their occupation. They change their look. They got long hair. They cut it. They wear their hair a certain way, they change it. With the For some people, that's transformational. Shave all your hair off and start new. I know a lot of women that just go bald and they be done. Like, you know what? I don't need this no more. Men too. And then there are some that just cut their hair off and go on being the same bullshit they were. Yep. What's up, Kiki? I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Wait a minute. How are you, Kiki? All right, so we're going to switch over to Dear Sister Tuesday, who wanted a live donation reading tonight. Again, I hope everybody is well. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. Hey, Booth. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. Yeah, that conqueror mentality. You're right. Australia. Hi. I would rep my country, but I'm so ashamed of it. But welcome, Robin. Welcome to you. I never thought I would have to say that, but it's just so bad here. It's so bad. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right, so Tuesday, darling. Bring, give me a message for Tuesday. She wants to know how court going to go on the 20th. How is probate court going to go in her favor on the 20th? Oops, one at a time, please. Ooh. Oh, that's a good sign. Money, 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 money. Oh. So we about to get down to the down dirty. Spirit said he got some money. I don't know how much he got, but it's some coins up in there. Ching, ching, ching goes the money train. And every time. Ooh, expectations. Okay. Tell me more for Tuesday. What she needs done now? Ooh, somebody getting balanced out. When I see this chakra energy, it don't mean what we know chakras to mean. To me, spirit's like, yeah, somebody about to get lined up, meaning they about to learn their place. Okay, so the crown chakra, the third eye, what I'm saying, the I'm about to say the voice chakra, the throat chakra, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral and the root. There's plenty of other chakras, right? But we always focus on the top 7. Or I should say the main 7. It's almost like the 7 African powers. We know those, but there's plenty others, right? All I'm saying is folks is about to get lined up, meaning they get ready to learn their place. Okay? They get ready to learn their place. Tell me more, Spirit. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Tell me more. Ooh, they get ready to learn their place. Gift. All right. That's in the challenge and the lesson. Tell me more about that. Well, tell me the likely outcomes first, Spirit. Ooh. Ooh. High honor. Yeah, we do. We definitely got a vibe high. Send each other positive vibes across the seas, because this planet is doing some things and it is not good. And I feel like it's going to get where it got to go till we can get to a new day. You know what I'm saying? Bottom of the deck. Oh. Yeah, so as for the brother involved, Tuesday, he was seduced by money. Okay, he was seduced by money, by the actual money. He was promised actual money, but spirit's lining all of them up, so everybody's learning a place. Okay, and It's not given that you're going to get actual money, but that there is actual money to be had, so to speak. Okay. And people are not just the brother, but people are lusting over that money. But there's a high honor here. And I just want to clarify that in gift. Spirit, tell me about this gift. Tell me more about the gift. Jealousy and envy. Oh. Oh, cause you smart. Okay, that's what it is. Cause you too damn smart. Tell me more about high honor, spirit. Is this something about the judge? Tell me more about that likely outcome, spirit. Divinity. Oh, spirit got your back. I feel like you have nothing to fear, nothing concern, nothing to worry about. I feel like whatever you did is about to help them line them up. I feel like it's gonna go your way. Whatever that is, right? Within their power, it's gonna go in the direction you want it to go. There's gonna be some haters. You are not gonna be able to trust people for the most part, but you have you got what you need to do what you need to do, and it will line them up. What is the expectation, spirit? Oh. Somebody think I'm about to boss up, I'm about to be in charge, and they're not. The spirit is lining them up. They really thought they could do something with that money. They thought they were gonna be unchecked. And ooh, they better make sure that they got it together. You know, whatever the funeral arrangements are, if they took something out of that estate, they better have receipts to back that. Ooh, back it up. Okay, hold on. I cannot take all of that. I think something dropped. Yeah, it did. Make sure. Okay. All right. Tell me about this actual money, spirit. Oh yeah. You got a lot of evil eye projection. So, make sure you do your protections, whatever they are, however you pray to protect yourself. You don't need to do anything about them or to them. What you've already done on paper, spirit is already backing you up. You just clean yourself off from people that got that evil eye, that hate and the energy in them. Because usually after a funeral, after a death, is always some ugliness with family where people want to come clamor over finances. What they think they should get, what they want to do, whatever. You gotta protect yourself, okay? And I just feel like you don't gotta do nothing crazy because your spirit is already on your side, and these folks is getting ready to get lined up for being um, jealous, insecure, and greedy. But yeah, I feel like Auntie Lord Brother in love spell, whether she did magic or not. She wanted him to trust her. And she used him because he was a trusted individual for y'all. You know what I mean? Like she used his position to kind of gain what she thought was leverage. But what she had to do is based on what she had to do as required by law. But divinity is here and high honor is here. So the spirit is saying that we will influence the court to do the right thing, whatever that is. They will influence the court to do the right thing. So whatever the outcome you looking for, it might even be better than you thought. And they can go and be upset. They can go ahead and be upset. Hey, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? They about to have to be handled. Really. I think I was telling y'all not last night, but Friday. Yeah, Friday night. I had to serve somebody, and the letter that I wrote to serve them was used for court, and I guess it was so well written. My attorney submitted it as evidence for court, and yeah, it didn't require them to do anything but submit it. And I was like really impressed, you know. Deep seek is the truth. Okay, if you don't know, it is. Um, but yeah, the person in question was in panic mode, wanting to negotiate, but we were beyond negotiation. Like it's too late now, you know. Like we gonna let the courts decide because you didn't want to listen to me. You didn't want to respect me. You thought I was playing games. And I feel like this is what this is for you. It's like they didn't want to listen, they didn't want to respect, they want to play games, or they didn't want to communicate direct. They thought they had all the answers. And spirit was like, "Yeah, nah, you don't. You really don't. You really don't. They don't." So that was your reading. I pray that things go extremely well, but I see that divinity is on your side. So you do your prayers, clean off. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you something to do later just to keep you cleaned off from all that hate, because there's a lot of hate involved, because people can't just walk around and have their way, and because you're not allowing them to walk around and just have their way, right? And with that being said, it's about to turn somebody's world upside down. And the one that they use for trusted energy is no longer trusted. So that's no longer effective. Hmm. All right, so take it how it resonate. If it don't resonate, don't take it. We have been on here enough time, but I appreciate y'all coming. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for coming to the channel. I hope the reading resonated with you in a good and positive and healing way. Okay? Take your power back from these individuals that want to dangle in your energy and not give a fuck how you feel. All they want to do is know how you make them feel. All right? Well, stop making them feel anything, like, with intention. Pull your energy back, and however they feel, they feel. They're left with the feelings that that cause them to think. And that silence is basically an eye opener. It's clarity for them. Because in that silence you have nothing but time to think. And however they reapproach you, long as you stronger for it, long as you better for it, whatever decision you make, no judgment. Okay? Whatever decision you make, no judgment. Just keep in mind what they did in the past and what you can no longer accept from them or anyone else. All right, y'all. Love you too. Peace and soul. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.